But there's one thing I do know why people are not successful in property investing, or anything for that matter. And that's going to come down to some very key principles, which are... Hey, my name is Mark Harvey, and have you ever wondered why property investing never works for you, or it never works to the level that you first imagined? Now, I hear a lot of stories and a lot of explanations, or you could even call them excuses, from people that say, oh, when I was first told about it, no one ever told me it was going to be this difficult, or nobody told me it was going to be this hard, or people make it sound too easy. And I hear all of these kind of stories. Now, whether they are true or not, I don't know. But there's one thing I do know why people are not successful in property investing, or anything for that matter. And that's going to come down to some very key principles, which are what you do daily. Your daily actions and what you do consistently will determine your success in anything you do. But let's talk about property, for example. So what happens is people hear about property, and they hear about, hey, I can source some properties on, or I can buy and convert houses into HMOs and get really high cash flows, or I can flip and get some big profits. People start thinking, I want to do land developments and build blocks of flats and things like that. So then what they do is they start to take a few actions, and these actions move them in a certain direction. Now, whether that's closer to what it is they want or not, that's debatable, because number one, a lot of people, they start out and they don't really understand what it is they're doing anyway. Because here's the thing, can you just put in your sat nav this way? Could you type in your sat nav this way? Could you do that? I mean, you can, but I don't know what result it's going to get you. So then what comes next is, so people don't specifically know what they're doing, or like what their outcome is, or where they're heading towards. And because they don't know this, then how do they know when curveballs come up, whether they're on the right track or not? Because if you write into your sat nav exactly where it is that you're going, if a diversion occurs, what happens? It works out a new route. And I'm pretty sure you don't just stand there and say, nope, right, I said I was going down this road, so I'm going to go down this road. I'm pretty certain you don't do that. So the question is, why do you do that in life? And why do people do that when they're not, creating success? So then, after that, now what occurs? What occurs now is that because they're not sure of whether it is right or wrong, what it is that they're doing, now they cannot create consistent daily actions that are going to allow them to move towards their goal on a consistent basis. Because isn't it the same as like dieting? Yeah, dieting, if you eat the wrong foods, like for one day or even one meal, you can't really tell any difference. I mean, you might feel a bit sick or a bit crappy, but like you can't tell any difference physically or long term. But if you consistently eat the wrong foods, then health problems will occur, I assure you. If you eat healthily, consistently, meal by meal, and on a daily basis, and you do all of that stuff, then what happens is you will maintain a beautiful physique, you will have high vitality, lots of energy, and be able to live healthily. So here's the thing, whatever it is that you're going to do consistently is what you become. So because in property investing, people are not quite sure, and they don't know how to stay on the track because they don't even know what track they're on, how can you continuously keep taking the actions that are going to create the disciplines that give you what it is that you need? Yeah, that's the difficulty that people have. So my friends, number one, you need to be sure that you got the right coach, the right mentor, the right training, the someone who knows how to get you on the path of what you want to do. That's the problem with a mentor, right? Because mentoring is following the path, what they have done and the mistakes and the learnings that they have done. Now that's great and you need one, but I think that alone sometimes causes a bit of a challenge, because unless you're going to go down the exact life path of the person, then there is a point where you need to distinguish between where they're going and what it is they're doing and what it is that you're doing. So there is a big difference. There's a big difference. But again, what it comes down to, and if you've only just come on watching this, or wherever it is that you're watching this, you need to put hashtag replay, or you need to put your questions in here, or you need to put your thoughts in here. So why don't you comment right now? Yeah, and also make sure you go subscribe to Real Life Group on YouTube. click on the notifications, because I'll tell you something, if you want strategies, if you want tips, if you want mindset, because look, there's some things that are needed if you want to succeed in anything that you want to do, whether it's your life, your business, your relationship, property investment, whatever. Yeah, and those key things are shared on that channel from experience from me and all the other people that I come across from all over the world, and the 1,000 people that I'm either training with, training for, being trained from. Yeah, so I'm going to share. I'm going to share everything with you. I'm going to give you everything I got. So if you want everything I got, put hashtag I want it, because we have some amazing things coming. But today, right now, in this video, I just wanted to share the concepts and the principles of what it takes to succeed and why people are not succeeding. Because you don't carry on doing those actions because you're not sure whether they're the right actions or not. So that's ultimately what that aspect comes down to. So do the right thing for the right reasons, people, because that is the only way you will discover your true potential. And let's face it, true potential is where you want to be.